We're about to go live on our channel, man.
I got you.
Wait 1 second. We'll be going over your football journey and talk a little bit about football now. And we're doing like a little free giveaway on our channel of Madden 21. So,
Oh, nice.
Nice. Getting our co-host on with us. Wait 1 second. Panic should be coming back on. We were waiting on you to join us at 12, but you're all right.
Man, for some reason, I thought you were going to call me or something. I don't know what I was thinking.
Then
I'm thinking, I'm like, did he say one was okay or whatever? I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, I'm glad you hit me.
You're all right, man.
Yeah.
Panic, how's it going, man?
Good. What up, bro?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Just chilling. Glad to have you.
Yes, sir. Good to be here.
For sure. So, Mr. Fisher, how did you get involved in football as a child?
Oh, man, that's just what you do from North Carolina. You know, you grow up, you watch your brothers. I got 4 brothers, and, I watched them all play. And I don't know, man, you just grow up. Where I come from, you grow up hoping to be able to be as fast or be as strong as some of the guys you watch. And that was what I wanted, man. I wanted to be that guy. And you just grow up, you lift weights, and you start hitting people hard, man. So that was it.
Who did you model your game after?
Oh, man. I modeled my game after a lot of guys in high school. I used to see this running back named Torres, and I used to see the guys named Tracy Johnson. And, man, you see these guys play with so much heart, and it was fun, man, watching the older guys play. And I'm just a young kid watching these football games. I think it was in NFL, man. I used to love Ken Norton, man. When I seen him do that goal line stand, he was with the Dallas Cowboys playing the San Francisco 49ers, man. As a linebacker, seeing him do that goal line stand, it was unbelievable. And then Derrick Brooks was one of my favorite linebackers ever. So, yeah, man. So that was who I looked at.
So your journey to college, man, how was that transition to North Carolina State? Yeah, I'm a North Carolina, the Wolf Pack.
Hey, man, I loved it. It was pretty easy, man. I mean, I don't know. I was a mama's boy too, man, and my sister moved to Raleigh with me. Actually, she moved up there a little before I did, and I was able to stay with her for the summer. So I got to work out with the team during the summertime, and I don't know. I was just up there, and I was around working out and getting used to things. So it was a pretty easy transition. Coaches, everybody loved me, man. They loved my energy. So it was a pretty easy transition. And then when I got there, I just had the mindset that I was better than everybody, or not better than everybody like that, but just wanting to be the best. Yeah. And it showed, man. And shucks, if I wouldn't have had surgery the first week of training camp, I probably would have started game 1. But I ended up starting game 3 and never looked back. So, yeah, as a true freshman. So it was, I picked it up. I learned a lot. And it was just one of those things, man. I was meant to be there.
Definitely. So what preparation did you take to be a D1 athlete, man?
Oh, man, a lot of that stuff was God-given, man. I mean, when you're 6'2.5" and you can run fast and you can hit people hard, and I've lifted weights my whole life. And I was as strong as my father was, man. And my dad had that old man strength. I had I had that weightlifting strength, man. But it was, you know, man, I just wanted it, bro. I used to just sit in my backyard and just, I don't know who I got it from, but I always used to sit there, man, where am I going to be at the next 5 years? And I always saw myself playing college football, going to the NFL. It was always a dream. And I don't know where I got it from. You know, I never saw anybody go to the NFL, but for some reason, man, I wanted to do it. And my parents made me believe that anything is possible. Anything you want is possible. So that desire, man, that desire drove me to go D1 and eventually go to the NFL.
Definitely. Hannick, you have a question for him?
At any point in time, were you ever mental or physically tired where you didn't feel like getting up or going and do it or going after it like you usually would?
Man, well, I think once I got to the NFL, things wasn't as fun as I wanted it to be. And, you know, making that money was great, but I was injured a lot, man. As soon as I got to the NFL, they wanted me to put on 20 pounds, man. They wanted me to play strong side linebacker. They drafted me to be weak side, but
right.
The linebacker they had, Ray Knight Thompson, he couldn't put on weight, so he couldn't do it. So
right.
They wanted me to try to put on weight to be the strong side linebacker. And as soon as I started putting on that weight, man, my body couldn't take it, bro. And my knees just was, every time I turned around, I had to get a knee surgery and to have to rehab so much. And it was just hurting. I was just hurt. Like I literally can look at film and I can remember every play in college football. I can remember what I was thinking, if I was hungry, if I was mad at something. I can remember every play. And then I look at some NFL games and I can't remember nothing, man, because I was blocking out the pain, bro. I was in so much pain so many times. And yeah, man, I wanted to, it was so many times I wanted to just give up or quit because I was in so much pain. And you work that hard to get there, and you're like, man, I can't go out like this. Yeah, but the film don't lie, bro.
So what were the steps that you took to fight through, not just physically, but mentally, to get through those periods of difficult times of, you know, trying to maintain? Because you know how it is in the NFL.
Yeah.
Next man up. So what was your mentality of how you was going to approach and the steps you was going to take to get you through this and get your mind back right in your body?
Well, I mean, yeah, it was a lot, me just talking with my father, man. And I don't know, I mean, I seen my dad. I mean, I got 8 people in my family. I'm the baby of 8, man. And I see my dad take care of all of us and work as hard as he did. And sometimes I would talk to him, and he would just make me understand, man, look, you're going to do it or you're not, you know? You can complain about it or you can get up and go do it. And that's pretty much what I did, man. I mean, I worked, I gave my all, and hey, it's gonna land where it's gonna land. And that's kind of how it was. I heal up some, and then, you know, some re-injuries here. You do what you gotta do. You just do what you gotta do to take care of your family, you know?
So I like asking this question. So was there any particular player or coach that approached you to kind of give you a little bit of boost or any advice as far as handling the situation?
In the NFL?
Yes.
Man, I don't know, not so much. I don't think so much, and I could be wrong, man, because you draw inspiration from so many different people. Right. But I think it was more my agent. Just keeping me upbeat, man. And he would tell me different stories about other guys he's represented that went through similar things. And he just, you know, just told me, man, just hang in there. Hang in there. Things are going to turn around. Things are going to turn around. You keep going. You do what you can. You can't do no more than you can, you know? Only you know how hard you work. Other people may see it, but you know if you could have done more today. So, yeah, and that was some of the, and not so much my coaches, but yeah, I think my agent played a big role. Yeah.
So to take the salt out of the wounds, what do you, looking back, what game, what moment in your NFL career that you can look back on and just you will always remember that and you could pass it on memories?
Oh man. I think it was more what was it, playing Green Bay, man. I was playing Green Bay, and I think I had like 12 tackles. I was all over the place, man. I felt great. Man, tackles for loss. Coach was blitzing me every other play. It was just a fun game, man. And I was hitting. It was pretty much the highlights of my career because I was hitting people hard, and it was just fun. This is what it's supposed to be like. So yeah, no, I had several pretty good games, but I think the Green Bay one is probably one of the most memorable game I've had in the NFL. Yeah.
Good. Appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. So during your NFL journey, what moment in time did you feel like it was time for you to hang up your cleats, man? For the last time.
Man, bro, like I remember when I was in New Orleans, bro. I was down there. They had just signed me, and I'm down there. And we're going through camp and all that stuff. And then Katrina hit, and then we had to go in San Antonio. But I was catching concussions. Like, bro, it was so, I didn't know how bad it was then, but I remember one time I was walking down one of the hallways and I could bump into somebody. I mean, literally, I could bump into somebody and I could forget where I was. Like, bro, somebody could bump into me. And I'm guessing now from what I've learned is my brain was just so swollen. Bro, I could lose 30 seconds to a minute of where, like, it's like I come back to myself. It was so bad. And even then I didn't know. I'm thinking, man, I just got to tough this out. I want to make the team. I want to do this. I want to do that. But when I look back on it now, man, bro, hey, I'm a true believer in God. And I believe, I definitely didn't make that team because God saved me from myself.
Definitely.
Sure.
Bro, I mean, it was bad. It happened more than once, too. I could forget where I was just from somebody bumping into me. And I knew then, I was like, bro, I need to go home and play with the kids, man. Let me go play with my two daughters.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Sure. So you were bringing up the blitz aspect. Did you watch the Steelers? Actually, not the Steelers, but the Jets game.
Oh man, I seen he got fired today. Greg Williams got fired for that play, man. I couldn't believe it. I mean, it could have worked. It could have worked if the cornerback would have done his job. So it's come on, everybody has to do their job.
I told you.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to do their job. So it wasn't. I wouldn't have called it, but it could have worked. It could have worked. That cornerback got him fired, bro. So, yeah. No, I definitely saw it.
I told you. That's why I told him, man.
Yeah.
If you know the game,
yeah.
As a fan, you're gonna look at him like, oh man, the coach. Yeah. No. That play could have easily been handled if the DBs have done and the linebackers have done their job.
Yeah.
Simple as that. No ifs and buts about it. It just was a risky call. Yeah. Was it a bad call? No. It was a risky call. That's what you should say. The play before, they ran cover 3 prevent.
Yeah.
The 3-man rush. Aguilar ran right past all on.
Yeah.
In the end zone, he just overthrew it.
Yep. So
how you gonna look at that? You look at both plays, then you'll see. You gotta know the game, man.
And that corner was too antsy, man. That corner was way too antsy for a blitz. Like I couldn't believe it. Because I didn't see it live, but I saw the highlights. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Being a linebacker, would you, if you got that call in your ear and you're the Mike linebacker, would you have called out of that and called the guys off?
Nah, I would have called it. I would have called it, but Shit, I mean, I think I would have been smart enough to be yelling at that corner, like, "Hey, bro, don't gamble with this. Come on, let you know."
Gambling, guessing like a mug.
Don't gamble. I'd have been screaming, and I think the safeties, and I don't know. I'm guessing everybody assumed this guy knew what he was going to be doing, but because he had to get to the end zone, he had to. Like,
but you see, they knew he was going to come after him. That's why they ran max protection.
Yeah,
they had max protection off rip.
Mm-hmm.
They kept everybody in. They already knew that he was coming after them. They know his tendencies. He's very arrogant.
Yeah.
And then if you run in a full out blitz, you press the corners.
Yeah.
You don't play off.
Yeah.
Because if you'd have played on him and did that double move, he could engage in them, and then that would make him call pass interference.
15 yards. Yeah.
But by him being off and he one false step, I don't care if he ran a 4.9.
Yeah.
You wouldn't catch him back up. Not when you fall step like that. It's over. Trust me, dude in the league.
Yeah, man.
That was all bad. That was all overall a terrible fundamentals and technique by the defense, man.
Well, they probably should have thanked Greg Williams because they still in line to get number 1 pick.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But they should have got rid of everybody, not just him. They should have got rid of all the coaches.
Yeah, wow.
The head coach should have been gone.
He's still there. Like, I don't get that, man.
That's what I'm saying. You blaming that man because they want to use him as a scapegoat. That's all. He's out of there.
Yeah.
So
he won't be
that's my take on it. Nah, he's gone.
He better be gone.
They should just let it all finish.
Yeah.
I don't see why AFC East teams like Gase. He's went from one AFC East team to another. I don't understand that at all.
You want that answer? Peyton Manning gave him a stamp of approval.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. I don't get it because he has no personality. He doesn't jive with all the media. The dude looked like he was on drugs that first day with his eyes bulging out his head. Like, I don't get it, bro. He's never been a winner. He didn't work with Tannehill. It didn't work with Donald. Like, what they looking for, man? He's not a quarterback whisperer.
But that's the thing. They're recycling the same coaches over and over. And there's so many young up-and-coming coaches, African-Americans, that are not getting the equal shots in that particular, like, seriously. Now, like Marvin Lewis, when he was out there, he should have been 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just more, like, seriously, though, like, it's not right because, they need to start looking at minorities more and like just give it a fair shake, and it's not just about the minority thing. It's also about that's my buddy, that's the homie, or the
good boys club, man.
That's it. So overall it's more than just the color thing, but I feel like the enemy should have got an opportunity to be coach. Like, I mean, seriously, there's so many qualified coaches. Adam Gase has not won nothing in 2 chances he's had. I mean, he went from bad to worse. So, I mean, that's to show you just the politics of all that stuff, but not to go there. But I just thought that's like, whoa, Greg Williams, great defensive coordinator, just need the right, but
you need the right guys too. I mean,
they got rid of their best guy, though.
They got one draft pick left on the team for the last couple of years. All the other ones gone.
Man, look.
Bad GM is what that is. It comes down to that right there. And the head coach also.
I don't know. Todd Bowles did good over there. Bro, it's I don't know, man. I mean, when you black, bro, you gotta be in the playoffs every year. Like,
what?
What about Caldwell from Detroit, man? This dude winning.
I don't know.
First time in Detroit ever. What do you get? 3 seasons? 3 seasons, and that's not good enough.
They went to the playoffs. They went to the playoffs.
3 seasons, and that's not good enough.
Look at the
And they
coach.
fired the man. And now, like, oh my God, bro.
The
Yeah.
coach from Arizona. He got 1 year
Yeah.
and was out of there.
Man, well.
That's crazy. And these cats can lose. Like, dude from Detroit, do they not realize that the coaches from New England is not really coaching them? Belichick is overseeing everything. The only coach that, look, I think the coordinator, the Giants coach is the only one that look like he got sense, and he wasn't even no real coach. Like,
yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
He's showing out for the Giants, though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the only coach out of that tree that's qualified, that looks qualified.
Bill O'Brien did his thing with the Texans for a couple of years. You got to give him some credit. Come on.
Yeah, he don't get no credit in that weak division.
Oh, and he shouldn't have been GM. He would have done it.
He traded peanuts for almonds.
Yeah, man. If he wasn't the GM, he probably could have just focused on coaches and done better.
That's what That's what I don't understand about the NFL. How coaches, they take on that GM role as well and do a crappy job of it.
Because it's a difficult job alone to be a head coach, and then you add on the extra pressure and stress of being a GM. I mean, come on. Most coaches except Belichick, and his drafting ain't that hot either.
No.
So that's to show you that it's not an easy job to do both. Like you're like head coach alone in itself. Any coach in the league, but the head coach, the GM, that's a difficult job, man.
Well, Belichick's just been able to get a bunch of picks. And when you accumulate all them picks, come on, you can't do bad at all of them.
I know, right?
Yeah. So.
He has some good ones too now. But he brings in recycled players and rejuvenates their career.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think he's the best coach.
Yeah.
If not all time, he's close.
Yes, I agree.
Him and Tom Landry, they're about equivalent.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Landry.
I don't know about that one. Their team was loaded.
Come on.
His teams were loaded.
Yeah. Had an all-star team.
Shit, Don Shula is up there.
Yeah.
Easy.
Hey,
that's like
before it's all said and done, Bill Belichick will have those records for sure.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Belichick is the best coach.
Yeah, he's already the best coach ever, I think.
He showed me this year more than any year. This year he showed me what he's about.
Yeah.
He's taking – that's my team, New England. But
because Cam Newton is
horrible. He got the players.
Cam Newton is horrible. Like, I look, Cam Newton is horrible. I don't know how else to say it.
I wouldn't say that. I just feel like he's a little rusty from being off. I think we can't judge him off this year. Now, when next year comes, I think that's when I would judge him. I wouldn't judge him off this. Who's he throwing to?
Yeah, well, he ain't gonna be there.
You put Joe Montana on that team, he gonna look the same. He gonna look worse because he can't run.
I can't agree with you.
He gonna look worse because he can't run.
In the dirt, bro. This dude throwing in the dirt. Like some of them passes I could have made. I'm like, yo. And look, I love Cam Newton. I love him. I'm rooting for him. I love this kid. I mean, I want to see him do good because Carolina just freaked him over, man. But I don't know. Well, you know what? I take some of that back because when he came before he got sick, he was looking a whole lot better. And then when he got sick and came back, he was throwing the ball in the dirt and. So I'm gonna lay off him a little bit longer. But
look, Cam has never been known for his passing, his accuracy. He's not an accurate passer. His legs and the mixture of passing is his strength. But who is he throwing to?
Yeah,
you gotta put that in consideration.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's what I'm saying. See, I try to tell people, man, you gotta look at the overall aspect of these things. I used to look tunnel vision when I'm looking at, not now that you get to sit back and see it and evaluate from your own perspective, you can
Yeah.
see that it's bigger than what we see on TV. You have to actually analyze each aspect of the game in order to make that type of judgment.
Yeah. And
You can't disregard he's got 11 rushing touchdowns too.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's
I don't think New England gonna keep him around though. To be honest, I don't think they're gonna keep him there for next year. I think they're gonna
would.
keep somebody else. I would too, but I don't think they will.
well, who else
Let
is
me-
going to give him top money? Nobody.
Nah, I don't know,
He gonna be right there.
man.
They'll sign him back.
Yeah, he'll be
I hope he
there.
get paid more than the minimum. God damn, I hope he get paid more than the minimum.
Well, I think they promised him at least another year with more money if he came. Because if they didn't sign him, they'd look like garbage.
Yeah,
Like, look, do you guys not realizing that? Look at the first couple games. Then look when he got sick. Now now he's come back. They're running the ball more.
yeah,
They're instead of trying to throw to nobody, they changed the whole game plan. With that offense, look at how they run their offense.
yeah.
What do the Ravens do?
Run the ball.
Same
Yeah.
type of offense. They not
Yeah.
throwing it. So they kind of stole that identity and they're using that method. Run, eat clock, play solid defense,
Yeah,
give them a stay close in the game. Look what they did to my team, the Chargers. They beat the brakes off them. So you're gonna sit here and tell me that the New England talent is better than Chargers talent? No way. It's coaching.
yeah. Nah, I get it.
Coaching. They out coached them and out played them like they wanted it. New England wanted it.
I'm with you. Yeah,
Got to remember the heck. You got all those bevy of running backs. You got to use them somehow. But when Baltimore, they got that game film. It's all about game film. If you study it, you're gonna learn tendencies in the NFL. And look at the Ravens now. They ain't running the football as much as good.
yeah,
Average per their yak. That's what it's called, yak.
yeah. Hey, I hope Lamar Jackson come back and he feels better, man. I hope he's good now. Like if we basing it off of Cam Newton, man, I mean, because he came back, he looked still like he was weak and brain clouded.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He looked totally out. He ain't had that energy to the last, And then what I'm about to say, but did y'all? If you look at Lamar Jackson in college, he was throwing the ball.
Yeah,
He was running a pro style offense in Louisville. He could
Mhm.
throw the ball. They just got to set up another receiver.
Yeah.
Marquise Brown is a slot receiver. They need two good outside receivers. They got a great tight end. He could throw.
Yeah.
They just got to set it up. They just got to get the receiver. I think their receiver game is a little off.
Yeah, they got to do something if they want to try to even make it to the playoffs now. They better.
Remember, you can't, as a quarterback, you can't run the ball every play. Look at the talent
Yeah.
against the defense.
Look what
30,
Denver did.
30 or 40 pounds heavier in college.
Yeah,
Didn't they
Denver.
run the ball last
All
year?
those hits. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, you do what you got to do, man.
Didn't they run the ball last? They ran the ball last year all over people.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you can't keep doing that year after year, though. You get like I told you,
They could make some. They was hot. They was beating everybody.
yeah,
It's not happening this year, though.
They remember their defense was missing a lot of players when they played the Steelers, and then the COVID against when they played last week, it was still in there.
Man.
So this year's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's big. It's bigger than you saying everybody caught up to it. No, they just ain't had no training camp to do nothing, so they got to run what they know. Think about it. It's not easy just coming out there, not no training camp or like no game, no prep. That's difficult, bro. Y'all don't understand. I try to tell you, man. It's
and to implement
beyond
offense, and then you got other quarterbacks. So if one quarterback go down, he got to be able to learn the other offense.
Yeah.
So you can't. Yeah, it's hard.
And like you were saying, so I knew every player in college. Got to the league, them players look like it was Spanish. Like, dang, trust me. So, and then if you're not getting them first team reps, and then you try to go in there, you're gonna really be lost.
Yeah.
I experienced that, man, and it's like it was difficult. Because if you don't know them plays, you're gonna look like you don't know what you're doing. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna look crazy, like you don't know how to play. So
Yep.
it's a lot that goes into this process, man, and that's the thing. Giving the insight, and like LeVar knows, man, it's hard, bro. It's so many things that has to be on point when you go there. You got to be mentally, physically, you know.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. You got to be in shape. You know, it's grown man time. Ain't no clocking in.
Yeah.
So who are you guys taking tonight? Dallas or Baltimore?
Baltimore. Easy.
Baltimore all day, man. God, Dallas is.
I think they're gonna beat the brakes off them.
Yeah, man. Zeke is just.
They're not running the ball. I'll tell you that right now.
Offensive line for Dallas is a shell of themselves.
They got 2 free agents. No, they got 2 undrafted guard players on that line that's young. They're against this Ravens D line. Good luck.
Hey, the Ravens getting healthier, bro.
Yeah, the game gonna be over by the first quarter.
It should be. I hope so.
You never know. Dallas might squeak out. You never know.
It may surprise you. I doubt it.
They're getting a hungry Ravens team.
Yeah. Ravens got to go with it. They got to.
Yeah, they're not gonna take them for granted.
Yeah.
So I got Ravens by 20.
By 20.
I wouldn't say 20, right? I give them a good 10.
20 points, blowout.
That's gonna be a good one.
Blowout.
Yeah.
Is Dalton gonna have time to throw?
I say it's within 7 points. It's not gonna go to 10 or 20
points. Okay.
It's being within 7.
I'm getting it's gonna be double digits, I'll tell you that much.
Hey, that's gonna be something else, boy. I'm gonna have to email y'all on that one if they beat them by 20. God, dog. Yeah.
Just stamp it. Somebody said it.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
That's gonna be funny.
I think it's gonna be within 7. That's my thing.
Yeah.
What do you got, Fisher?
Zeke under 50 yards rushing.
Yeah, I believe that. Zeke. I don't think Zeke.
Amari Cooper, no show. You'll have Pebbles for catches. I give him about 4 catches, 4 or 5 maybe. That's the most, if that. I'm just being realistic. Ravens gonna be angry. They're gonna be running that thing up and down the field.
Hey,
that's gonna be the difference. The hunger.
I think Gallup will have a good game.
He always do. If he gets the ball.
Yeah.
So you got Dallas, me and you Ravens them also.
Yeah. Definitely Ravens.
You never know. And
yeah, we know. Dallas terrible. They're not gonna take him for granted, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 20 points, but I believe they're gonna beat the heck out of them.
Is it 20? Let's do it.
Mr. Fisher, getting back to your football journey, life after football, the lessons and the trials and tribulations that you learned through all of it. How have you applied those things to your personal life?
Oh man, I mean, you know, life is life, bro. Like, I mean, football, bro. You get knocked down, and football, you get back up, bro. That's the life, you know. I've had many things transpire in my life, bro. I lost both my parents like 20 days apart, and it was tough, bro. It was one of the toughest things I've ever had to deal with in my life, man. But you got to keep moving, bro. Life doesn't slow down for nobody, man. And you're gonna lay down and wallow in it and say, "Woe is me," or you're gonna get back up and you keep moving, bro. That's what my parents would have wanted, and that's just what I've learned in my life from watching my parents. that's life, man. Life is a trip, bro. I've always learned to work hard, man, for everything I've had. And I'm living a retired life now, man. I did good things with my money, bro. I made a good sum of money, and I don't, man. I'm just living a life, man. I'm a speaker also, so I was traveling and speaking, and obviously that's not happening right now.
Right.
But now I'm just training. I train a lot of football players here in Charlotte, man. I'm just having fun, bro. I'm retired, man. I'm all them hits I took, bro. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Feel that.
And but life throws you curveballs, man. I have my 2 beautiful daughters right now, bro, and make sure they're good. And I'm just, man, life is good, bro. I'm living an easy life. I know I say I work hard, but I've worked hard in the past. I ain't trying to work hard now. I'm living life now, bro. So
I understand, man. So what advice would you give a younger player coming up?
Well, I mean, a younger player, bro. I think one, you should listen, man. Never think you know it all, because you need to humble yourself in this game, in this sport. You got to be humble, man. And I was one of those guys that just wanted to play. I know I just had surgery last week, but I need to be out there on the tee. I need to be out there on the field. Like I wasn't a businessman. I think younger players should be more business minded, and I think they are. And I think now the team trainers and doctors, they save players from themselves. I don't know. I think they kind of, back when I was playing, 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, man, it was just, you tell them you go. If you went to and begged them enough and say, hey, man, I think I'm ready, even though they probably know you wasn't, they would let you go. And that's the kind of player I was, man. I wanted to be back out there playing, and I got tired of people looking at me rehabbing, and I want to go play. And it just wasn't the smartest thing. And then you go out there, you re-injure yourself, and you got to take care of your body, man. Your body is everything in football. I always knew that. I just never looked at it that way all the time, especially in the NFL, bro, because it's what have you done for me lately? They don't care about what you did in college. They don't care about what you did last year. They don't care about last game you had. It's what have you done for me lately? And you got to take care of your body, bro. Without your body, without your health, you will be out of that league so fast. So
Definitely. So Hannick, you have another question for him?
Yeah, just your last week, last game, but your first step into retirement. What was that like? How was your approach to that?
Man, that was hey, man, that was scary, bro. That was because our whole lives has been planned out for us, bro. Like, ever since I've been probably in middle school, I always knew I was gonna be.
Yeah.
And you get to college, your every step, bro. Everything is planned out for the next 4 years in college. NFL, everything is planned out. And now, that first week, I'm like, man, what the hell I'm gonna do? Where I want to go? Like, fortunately, I wasn't worried about, I got to go make money right away. Some guys got to. Some guys got to go do that. So I was fortunate enough that wasn't me. So I had some time to plan, but I think it was more sadness for me, man. I was like, damn, man, I'm hoping I can get back, but I knew I wasn't. You got to be real with yourself. But I don't know, man. I think that my approach to that was just a lot of praying, bro. What's my next steps? What am I gonna do? And I was fortunate enough to I flew with a lot of Eagles in my life, bro. And I had a lot of mentors and friends that helped me along and pointed me in some right directions. So, yeah.
And so any particular support system that made the biggest difference as far as helping you with that transition?
One, man, it was one. the retired guy. Like every city has their retired chapter.
Yeah.
And I remember joining that, bro. And a lot
Yeah.
of guys was having football camps and stuff. And
Yeah.
it was almost like that team atmosphere where you go and help the football camps out. And other guys have been retired for a while. They know what you've been through. And a lot of guys are doing different things, man. And you get to talk with them and understand where they are and make different connections. And that's how I got turned on to speaking, man. I met Ray McElroy, bro, out in Chicago. And Ray turned me on. And next thing you know, within 2 weeks of meeting this guy, bro, they hired me to be a speaker for a company called Sports World. Like it was amazing, bro. As soon as I start taking the steps to stepping out and meeting people, because I don't know, man. I mean, football players, sometimes we isolate ourselves, bro, because we think so many people want something all the time, which it was like that a lot. You know, everybody always wants something sometimes, but you can't get so narrow-minded and think like that you just isolate yourself. And I was able to step out, bro, and end up meeting a lot of different people, and things turned around for me, bro.
One last question.
Mm-hmm.
So when you made that transition, what particular moment was when you were like, I'm home again. I feel rejuvenated. This is what I am now. And boom, let me build on it like I did in my career.
Man, I can tell you, bro, I was in, I think I was in Kentucky, man. I want to say I was in Kentucky. And I was speaking to this crowd, bro. It was about probably 1,500 students there because I was speaking to young men and women. And bro, it was about 1,500 people in there, and I was speaking, and you could hear a pin drop, bro. And I got the chills, bro, because it was like what I was doing was making a difference and changing some lives. And I was like, God, I never thought anything would fulfill me hearing that crowd on the football field like it was that day, hearing silence, bro.
Right.
And looking at the kids' eyes and knowing that I'm making a difference, bro.
Yeah.
And it was one of the greatest feelings of my life. And I was like, man, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I want to do right here. You know, and that was amazing to me.
Definitely.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, when you look back at your NFL journey, Mr. Fisher, those times after you got injured, do you regret going back too soon?
Yes, sir, man. You know how much money I lost? I think about that. Yeah, hell yeah. I think about that all the time. I'm like, man, because I could, now I'm older, bro. It's like, that was the dumbest thing in the world for me to come back early because you just, I screwed my body up, man. And I thought it was all about being tough, man. It was just not business-minded at all, man. I was one of those tough kids that I don't know. I didn't listen, man. I just didn't listen. So yeah, I think about that all the time. Hell, I was thinking about that 2 days ago. Like, golly, I wish I wouldn't have done that because my body still bothers me, man.
I feel you on that, definitely.
I've lost a ton of weight now. You know what I mean? And I'm feeling pretty good. But man, it's bad when you know when it's gonna rain, bro. When your knees start bothering you.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Oh.
I know you. I know how you feel, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. So what was the worst injury that you suffered throughout your football journey, Mr. Fisher?
Well, I never had any major things. It was just always lateral meniscus here, some cartilage here, shaving down here. I think the longest one I had to deal with was I had a tendon debridement where they had to shave out some of the tendon and reattach it. But that wasn't major. I never had like the ACLs or anything like that. I had a shoulder injury, a torn labrum. But and nothing never major, bro. I just don't have much cartilage in my knees. And I'm thinking eventually I'm gonna have to get a knee replacement or two. Who knows? But I'm just losing as much weight as I possibly can and staying away from it as long as I can.
I feel that. I'm bone on bone too, so I feel you. It's painful. It's very uncomfortable.
And that's those bones start rubbing. Not a good thing, man.
But I got a plate in my leg to help that. So, but yeah, they they put the little plug. They had to cut through my fibula bone, put the little thing to tap. So when it takes off the pressure. So it's basically a built-in knee brace. So I
See,
got
I
that.
needed that. I've been told about that. I've been trying to, man, I've had 8 knee surgeries. So I'm trying to stay away from any kind of surgery until I really got to. You know?
I had that after. If I'd have got that like right after I stopped playing, I probably would have been able to make it back. But I waited so long because mentally I was out of it, man. So it was a lot. It was a hard transition, but I look back at it. It was a path that God wanted me to take and go through. Yeah. Now I have an opportunity to reboot and rejuvenate my life. I look back at that as learning lessons and tools that God put in there for me to use now. You know, so it's about the now than the then. So that's a blessing, man. So that's how I look at it.
You can always look back and think about shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right.
We are the men we are because of the decisions we made in our life,
right.
man.
Exactly.
You
know?
It's
all for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Learning lessons.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Good ones.
Mm-hmm.
So this question is for both of you. Throughout your football journey, and when you reflect on things just a little bit during the day, do you see the times that God has blessed you? What moments would you, during your football journey, you highlight in your brain that God has blessed you, like on injuries and plays during your career? If you had to pick a couple, Mr. Fisher, you got the floor, man. What moments would you pick?
Oh, man, I mean, I think it's just playing football, period, because I was able to, man, like, from where I come from, small town, both in North Carolina, man, it's been, when I went to college, bro, I was like the first one in like 30 years to get a football scholarship from my high school. And ever since I've got a scholarship just to go to college, not talking about the NFL, but since college, there's been about 30, 40 guys get football scholarships from my high school and the surrounding schools, because I used to come back and I was able to do football camps and stuff like that. So just me understanding that it's bigger than myself, even back then when I was playing football and working hard and tired and not wanting to go anymore, even me understanding that it was bigger than myself, it was for many more people to see, bro. And these young kids have went on, and some have gone to the NFL, some have just made it to college on scholarships and done so many different big things for their families and their communities, bro. And I was able to help with that. You know what I mean? It was a starting thing with me. I could have easily gave up back then. But those are defining things in my life, man. I think in football, just I don't, man, boy, God has saved me so many times, bro. Just not even on the football field, bro. I remember being in New Orleans and I was traveling by myself and just a naive North Carolina kid, not knowing much, bro. And I remember leaving some places, and next thing you know, I find out a couple of days later, a certain place where I was just at got robbed, or a couple of people got killed, and you're like, oh my God, like I had no idea, just a naive kid walking around New Orleans, not knowing anything, by myself. I was always really by myself, not hanging with a ton of guys. But man, I mean, just football, period, man. One of my best things is the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, bro. And I tell you, man, I live by that, man, because he's definitely led me many different ways, and I've been able to inspire and help a lot of young people, a lot of old people as well. So, yeah, I can go on and on about that, bro.
For sure. So, Mr. Hannick, same question, man.
Well, the first sign was my first year when I got hurt. I didn't go to practice because I was kind of down and depressed about my injury, not being injured, in the last 3 years of college. So, that was hard being in California away, like just by yourself, really injured. And I decided not to go to practice. I kind of like said I quit, and then the head coach, Marty Schottenheimer, and his wife came to my apartment, and they spoke to me. We went to sit down, had lunch, and he was just letting me know kind of that don't worry about it. Just keep working hard. It'll pay off, and that's God sending him because if you think about it, I'm just a 6th-round pick, but for him to come out of his way with his wife, I think that was a gift from God, and I'm gonna go to this one when I got stabbed in the club in my neck. I could have lost my life. God saved me then. It could have been the end of my career, all that, but I came back strong, better than ever. Made the Pro Bowl, made first team All Pro. So that was a defining moment in my life that God blessed me not only by saving my life and my career, but just by giving me a different outlook on life. Being young at the time, kind of not when you don't have responsibilities like kids, marriage, or anything like that. You kind of not. You don't worry about yourself. You just kind of don't worry about anything. You just live. But those 2 moments were defining moments in my NFL career as far as that stands out the most. That was life changers.
For sure.
So nothing else was on that level right there.
You have any more questions, Hanny?
Nah, man. It was he answered them, the ones that I felt like was meant to be answered or asked, and just give him, like I said, I always try to pick the insight questions that to give the audience a different look, an inside look of just the reality of the game, and that it's beyond just glitz and glamour, and just the foundation of what it takes to be successful in anything that you do. So I kind of ask those type of questions just to to kind of bless the audience and let them see, if they might have a particular situation or that they need some kind of advice or what they should do. So it was a blessing. So that's it.
Mr. Fisher, I have one for you.
What's that?
Do you have any symptoms from playing football besides your knee issues and CTE?
I mean, nah, bro. I mean, yeah, everybody has aches and pains, but nah, I don't have any symptoms. Who knows, bro? I hope to God that I don't have anything that hasn't showed up yet. You see some guys dealing with ALS, and I mean, hell, I can go in another room and forget what I went in there for, but I'm sure that's everybody. So, I
get that too.
Yeah, I'm forgetful as hell, so I have some memory issues. But nah, man, I hope I don't. I hope I don't have any issues, bro. That's all I can really say on that one. I'm praying that I'm all good.
Me too, man.
Yeah, I told you I agree with you, man. But I deal with some stuff, so that I take medication for. But at the end, that's the part of the game, man. That's why it's important to educate yourself because I never knew nothing, and I'm just living like it's normal, but not understanding what I'll deal with, and that's why it's always good. Like God, that was another blessing. God helped me go through that and let me realize that there was an issue there. So I was able to, get that, start working on that and help me out a lot. Because when I was like in the beginning with the transition, I was wondering kind of, now that I look back of what my struggles were, coming from the game, like you said, playing like a headhunter.
Mm-hmm.
So, you didn't realize you're not looking at that stuff. You're not educated on the mental health issues. So, yeah, that's what I look. So, that's it.
Yeah, I've dealt with depression. I've dealt with a lot of different things, and I've taken medication for it. But it's like now, you're just living, bro. You're living, and I hope it don't get any worse than depression. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah.
How, Mr. Fisher, how have you gone about the side effects of playing football?
Oh man, I mean, you just, bro. I mean, I deal. You know, NFL offer a lot of different things like counseling, therapy, and stuff like that. So I have a therapist. I have, pain management. I deal with that. Pain management doctor.
Yep.
I got man. I mean, it's all kind of stuff you deal with, bro.
Yeah.
Seeing a chiropractor all the time. Trying to stay in alignment. The biggest thing, man, is just the therapy, bro. Like, I get pissed off a lot about certain things. You know what I mean? Like, come on, yeah. And sometimes I don't know. I get to a point where I think I'm right all the time. Like, I mean, and that's, I don't know. You get a therapist, bro, that'll tell you, no, I mean, that's now you probably was mad about this because of this, or whatever. So I don't know. It's just good to hear somebody else's point of view, bro. And therapy has really helped me big time.
Yeah, because I know that I am, you tend to kind of be shy about that because it's hard to, you don't want people, you feel like people are going to judge you and
Yeah.
look at you crazy and things like that. But I learned that by getting it out and talking to someone that's a big part of the, solution to
Yes.
dealing with those things. So it's always good to have someone that you can confide in, along with God as well. But you also need hear that feedback as well. So
Yes.
it's not just by praying to God alone. You have to also reach out to someone that you could definitely get that feedback.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And I've done. Yeah.
Definitely. So another topic, the CBD ordeal in the NFL. Do you think it should be more prominent than pain medication, Mr. Fisher?
I mean, bro, I have no I've never been, a smoker or anything like that. So, but I mean, I think, bro, if this is something that can help somebody, and yeah, look, why not? Why not, man? Stop politicizing this thing and let these people, if that's your thing and that calms you or makes you feel good, why not? Why not? Let the guys. I don't understand it. I mean, yeah. I think they should stop politicizing everything and let the guys use it.
I'm gonna be a devil advocate about that.
Yeah.
The knowing a little something about it, addiction. Now, if you really think about it, some may use it for health reasons, and some may use it for recreational. And what they're trying to avoid is that spread of addict addiction, things like that. So that's why it's a slippery slope to kind of allow that in football or any
I thought
sport.
you couldn't get addicted to marijuana. I ain't know you could. I thought that you couldn't get
You can get addicted to. You get addicted to anything.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So
It come habit for me.
Yeah, because I dealt with that, with drinking and stuff, and I learned going through the process and the steps that it takes. So I quit, and I learned I was well educated on addiction. So that's why I'm able to speak on it, man, dealing with it myself. So I had put that part of my life behind me, but I don't mind letting it be known, because I think if someone's out there that is dealing with it, man, my advice is, talk about it and seek it before it could destroy your life. Not only destroy your life, but it could destroy the people's lives around you. And I realized that the difference of now and then is that you're more likable when you're able to be yourself.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. But the ins and outs of pain medication, I believe, does more side effects and damage on your body than CBD does.
Oh, that's correct. The pain, they gave us a lot of pills, And those were, but you're not thinking you're addicted to it. You're thinking it's helping you get through that pain. Because I mean, it's sometimes, man, LeVar could contest this, man, that when you get certain them pains, even if you take that medicine, it still don't work.
Yeah.
So that's where the addiction comes in, because you take more and more of it, and then you're adding other things to it to make it to think that it's gonna help, and that's when the problem escalates.
I used to pass fucking Percocet around on the plane.
Yep.
like, dang, boys,
Hey.
I was like, wow, yeah, man.
Yeah, and seriously, man, we used to drink with it.
Yeah,
straight up, yeah. And remember now, we not knowing nothing. If you're not paying attention, that's when all the stuff happens. So
yeah,
when you're active, you could get away with a lot of stuff, but like you said, life after football, that's when that's when you're able to see the problem more. And that's why it's good to have, like you said, have the counseling, have somebody or outside see you, because we're blinded in our own way. You know what I mean? Like, we don't see what others see. You know what I mean? We look in the mirror, we look fine to ourselves.
Yep.
But on the outside, others, that's why it's always good, not to be hard-headed and listen. Just like in football, there's nothing wrong with, or life, accepting positive criticism.
Yeah, that's how it go, man. I mean, it shucks. It's I don't know. Life is a trip, man. Seeing everything that's happening and after football and all the things that can happen. Some things blow your mind, and then I don't know. I mean, you hear about what's my man, the quarterback? He played. What didn't he play with for you guys that got hooked on all that pain medication? I seen his story, and he was robbing people. The quarterback that was
about Ryan Leaf.
Yeah, man.
He was before me. Yeah,
I was like,
he was all the way up. Yeah, he did a lot.
This dude was robbing
Ryan
stores and stuff. I mean, like, good God. I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it.
But he got it back together now. He's been on TV. He's been doing
man.
Back on his feet.
He's traveling all over.
That's the power of spreading, talking about your problem, man. And
yeah,
it's beneficial to you in the long run and now, because the fear of being embarrassed or being ashamed, is only gonna make it worse for you. You know what I mean? And getting it off your chest is the best way.
Man. You're showing people that you're not trying to pretend to be this strong guy that got everything together. Like, you're being vulnerable. And yeah. That was an amazing story. I seen that and I was like, wow.
Yeah. And you never think about it, man. Like, that could be you. You know what I mean? Looking at going through stuff, it could have been me, or you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Yeah. If I didn't handle the situation, or I didn't jump on it, because you never know, especially in these times. That's the last thing you need to be stuck on.
Yeah,
for sure. Let's get a couple questions from the live viewers.
Don't be shy. Let us know. Let it go.
We're also doing that giveaway of Madden 21. So how do you want to go about that, Hannick?
For this one, man, that's a good one. I would say, well, with this is one. This one's tough because it's only one game. So I think we should do it and let all the games get involved for the weekend and have it that way. Because I can't think of a balanced way to pick a winner. Because if you, is my choice would have been who has a better performance, Ezekiel Elliott or Lamar Jackson?
Definitely not Zeke.
Or we could do the running backs.
Yeah, but they got 3 of them.
Either team.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead on this one. Pick this one.
Let's do it. So the viewer that is closest on the yards per running back will get Madden 21. Leave it down in the comments section. I'm saying Ezekiel. They're going to run the football.
He ain't getting no 100.
Nah.
I'm saying at least 60 yards.
So so are you gonna say who's gonna have more rushing yards, Ezekiel Elliott or Lamar Jackson?
Let's do it that way.
Because those are the 2 stars. Because at any given point, they both could go off. So that's a good. Because Lamar Jackson is a running quarterback. So yeah, we could do that. That'll be it then. Who has more yards, Lamar Jackson or Ezekiel Elliott for Madden 21, PlayStation 4? Let us know. Put it, like he said, in the comment section.
Get some questions in here. Mr. Fisher, do you have any questions for us?
No, man, it's just been a pleasure coming on, bro. I'm glad you guys invited me.
Appreciate you coming on, man. It's always fun, man. It's always, I like segments, and then we, have a little sports talk and just go through, because a lot of the stuff, we're able to build a connection with it. So It's always good to see a fellow alumni on, man. And
yes, sir.
Brotherhood stay strong,
Yeah, man. Yeah. You get to listen to different stories, man, and be inspired by different stories, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Fisher, the most inspiring story that you've been around during your football journey? That's a good question.
Wow, man. It's been so many, man. But you see guys overcome injuries. I don't think I can put my hand on one, but yeah, I mean, I've seen guys overcome major injuries. See guys that, golly, man. I mean, I think, what's my man? Seeing his daughter. I guess she had cancer. The one for the Bengals. I forget his name.
The offensive lineman, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. No, he was a D lineman, I think.
D lineman.
Yeah,
D lineman.
Yeah, but he was with the Bengals, man. His daughter got cancer, bro. And I tell you, I found myself crying, bro, because like, man, boy, my daughter's on my world, bro. And to see him, how he was inspiring her, and just, man, they say God don't give you no more than you can handle, bro. And I always feel like, God, I don't know if I could have handled that, man. I don't know if I could have. I don't know. It's just been a ball of water every time I saw my daughter in pain, bro. And this dude just kept it together, man, all the time. And he was inspiring his daughter, and now she's free of it, man. And I don't know. It was, I wasn't around that story or whatever, but seeing it, that inspired me, bro. That was amazing. And then when the Bengals kept him on just so he could keep his insurance, bro, that was powerful. That was powerful to me. I don't know where he is today, bro. I don't think he's playing anymore, but God, that was a powerful story to me.
What about you, Hannick? Most inspiring story?
I'll say Alex Smith, man. Now 17 surgeries on that leg. To come back and perform the way he's performing, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's a lot of surgery.
Yeah,
I thought I had a lot, but good Lord.
That's 2 years, right?
Double digits. And for him to be out there long and to come back looking like each game, it seems like he's starting to look like himself. So that's the story that I have. I think that's very inspiring, to never give up on anything, that you inspired on doing or what you love doing, man. So that's a story I could literally look at and say that's it right there.
Definitely,
Yeah.
he's gonna win the comeback player of the year.
Oh yeah, he got
He
that.
should. Easy.
Yeah, he got that.
Hey, the story of Ron Rivera, it's pretty inspiring for him too, beating
Yeah.
Cam.
Yeah. That was kind of, out of nowhere. So
Nobody didn't know till the end.
and that's the thing. It's been a crazy year with these, I lost my pops, man. That was like, whoa, what I mean? That right there is still not reality to me, but like seriously, I thought I saw him the other day, man. That was crazy.
Wow.
So like he's still around, man. But yeah, that was so I know how these stories is, man, and just to stay inspired and to know that we live for a purpose. You know what I mean? And just be grateful for what we have, and so don't take nothing for granted. So that's the thing with like you said with the store with the having that, because it could be us. You know what I mean? It could be us that have that moment that we deal with something that's we're not, that just catches us off guard.
Yeah.
So always it teaches me always that you always gotta be ready for surprises.
Sure. Hey, life's full of them. You always got to be prepared.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys through your football journey, being preparation's key with that.
Oh yeah. You gotta be you gotta be prepared. It's your responsibility.
Yep.
They're not gonna hold your hand. So it's you have to really be professional. You can be yourself, but you also it's a time and a place for everything, and be accountable. Being accountable and being first there, last to leave, and they think it's not a cliche for real, man. Like that really is true how it works, man.
Yeah.
They look because they're always watching. Someone's always watching.
Exactly.
The janitor, the caterer,
Mm-hmm.
someone always watching. You never have eyes off you.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Sure. Well, we're about finished with the show. I'm grateful for you guys hopping on today, and for all the viewers that are watching this, don't forget to subscribe and like the video and leave your comment. How many yards the closest? Lamar Jackson versus Ezekiel Elliott. How many yards will they gain tonight? And thank you for both you guys for joining us. Hannick, you got the last words, man.
Man, just everybody be safe out there. Thank you, LeVar, for joining us today. It was a great show. Like I said, appreciate you, man, and God bless you. And hope to see you again.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Have a